Ooh, time for a chat with Pat.
Yes, and today we have with us Dr. George Delgado, founded the Abortion Pill Reversal Network in 2012. He's the author and or co-author of 3 articles in the peer-reviewed literature on mifepristone and APR. He received his medical degree from the University of California and completed his residency at UCLA Santa Monica Medical Center. And we're talking to him about his new book, Abortion Pill Reversal, A Second Chance at Choice. Welcome, Dr. Delgado. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, well, it's so good. And I think especially during this month where we're talking a lot about the pro-life movement, and certainly the abortion pill has moved to the forefront as being most abortions now occur through the use of this pill. So can you tell us what kind of brought you to this idea of the reversal of this pill?
Well, the abortion pill reversal movement really started because 2 women at different times, more than 1,000 miles apart, asked 2 different physicians, Dr. Matthew Harrison and me, if we could help them stop their chemical abortion. So it's really at their request that started me thinking about this, and that put the Holy Spirit put 2 and 2 together in my mind, so that I thought, well, these women are taking mifepristone, which is blocking the effects of progesterone, which is essential for pregnancy. Mm-hmm. Perhaps if we give them supplemental progesterone, we can outcompete the mifepristone. And that was the idea that Dr. Matthew Harrison and I both had, and in both cases it worked. And then after that, I started getting phone calls from people around the country asking what I had done, and it grew organically from there.
So, Doctor, is this one of those things that has a very high success rate? I mean, if people are thinking like, well, how successful is this? What can you tell us?
Yes, it indeed has a very high success rate. In our previous study of over 500 women with the best protocols, the success rates were 64 to 68%. With our new study, we actually have a 4th study now that's already approved for publication and will be published soon. And that one, all comers, 55% success rate. So very, very high success rates. In the field of medicine, you rarely see something that is that successful at saving lives.
Yeah, no kidding. So it seems to me like this is a no-brainer, that there shouldn't be any issues with this abortion pill reversal process, but yet you have met some resistance, have you? What's that based on?
Yeah, it was kind of puzzling at first because I thought these people call themselves pro-choice. Wouldn't they be in favor of a second chance at choice? But actually, no, I think what it is they know that if you know that some women change their minds after starting the chemical abortion process and seek reversal, that blows a huge hole in their narrative that abortion is a great good for all women, because if it were such a great good, why would some women change their mind and try to stop their abortions?
So looking at this whole situation, that you actually helped to create this network, right? Where that almost, is it worldwide? Is it just in the United States? So if a woman is thinking, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I don't want to do this, and has already taken the first pill, what does she do? What's this network about?
Yes, this network I started in 2012 when I realized that we needed to get help these women much more quickly, and that we need to have more doctors ready to go. And it grew organically, and yes, we started to help women all over the world. In 2018, it grew so large that it was sort of outgrowing our local nonprofit in San Diego, Culture of Life Family Services. So it was then that I transferred it to Heartbeat International, which has nurtured it and grown it very well. And so now we know that women have been helped in all 50 states and in more than 100 countries. We've also, along the way, have helped spawn other networks. I helped the Australian network get off the ground. I traveled to Switzerland. They now have their own network. Dr. Dermot Carney, one of my heroes in the UK, has started a network there in the UK and Ireland. And in Russia, Dr. Alexei Fokin, on his own, translated what was then my website into Russian and started treating women. He now has a network there, and there's a network now going in Mexico. So it's been a great joy to see it grow throughout the world and to see these regional networks spawning too.
Are you involved in kind of looking at this RU486 or the abortion pill, trying to kind of get it off the market? Are you working at all, testifying before the federal government, any of that kind of stuff?
Well, I haven't been testifying, but I'm hoping that there will be hearings for us to testify, because we know that RU-46, now known as mifepristone, is a dangerous drug, and nowadays it's being used in a dangerous fashion because there's a proliferation of telehealth and mail order abortions now. Several months ago, I went on a website, and after only 6 clicks, the website was asking me for my credit card information so that it could send me the abortion pill. So women are undergoing these chemical abortions totally unsupervised, and they're putting their lives at risk. We know that 3% or so of all pregnancies in the U.S. are ectopic pregnancies, and that's a contraindication for mifepristone. You're not supposed to take it when you have an ectopic pregnancy. Well, these women won't know they have that because they haven't had ultrasounds, and so a woman could be bleeding in her bathroom, think that that's par for the course, but then her tube could rupture. She could bleed to death on her bathroom floor. And the poorly enforced system of reporting that no longer is being enforced at all. 20 women were found to have died with ectopic pregnancies after taking mifepristone. I foresee that this number will increase as women put their lives at risk. So we really need to protect these vulnerable women. It's also important to know that mifepristone was approved in violation of several FDA regulations, so it's really approved illegally. And so for those reasons, I think it really should be taken off the market to protect these vulnerable women.
How did they get around the FDA? I mean, what prompted it, if they didn't kind of go through the normal channels for getting this approved? What happened there?
Well, several things happened. One is the then Clinton administration really greased the rails. The Clinton administration, first of all, strong-armed Russo Uclat, the pharmaceutical that first developed mifepristone, into donating the U.S. rights to the Population Council, which then donated the Danko. And then the FDA worked very closely with Danko Laboratories. They classified mifepristone as a, quote, life-saving medicine, if you can believe that or not.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and so therefore, because of that classification, they did not have to do randomized controlled trials with a placebo group, which is the standard and was required of all new medications. So they got to circumvent that in order to get it passed quickly. They also never had a study that was fully dedicated to studying in children. They just had a small subset in one study of about 300 women who were less than age 18. Based on that, they approved it in children, even though the law, there's a special pediatric law that says that any drug that's going to be used in children must be fully studied in children. So these were the things that they did in order to work loopholes through all of the regulations and really essentially breaking the law in order to bring this favored drug onto the market.
And don't we see them coming in now from other countries, like abortion pills are being imported into our country?
They are. They're being imported from Pakistan, India, other countries from Europe. We also see them being shipped across state lines. There's a law on the books from the 1870s called the Comstock Act that actually prohibits abortion-causing drugs or devices to be shipped across state lines. Those laws are not being enforced. If we started to enforce those, I think we'd be in much better shape.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Dr. Delgado, for being with us today. And this is a great book, Abortion Pill Reversal, A Second Chance at Choice. Have a good week ahead.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.